Desert flower. She was born in the desert, far from hospitals, schools, or protection. From a very young age, her life was controlled by rules she did not understand and choices she was never allowed to make. Survival came before dreams, and silence was expected from girls like her. When she was still a child, she was forced to go through a painful traditional practice. No one explained why it had to happen. She was told it was normal, but the pain stayed with her for years, both in her body and in her mind. This moment quietly shaped the rest of her life. As she grew older, her family made another decision for her. They planned to marry her off to a much older man in exchange for animals. To them, it was tradition. To her, it felt like a life sentence. She realized that if she stayed, she would lose any chance of freedom. So one night, she ran away. She walked alone through the desert with no food, no money, and no direction. The sun burned her skin during the day, and the cold nearly broke her at night. Her feet were injured, her body weak, and death always felt close. But the fear of returning was stronger than the fear of dying. After days of walking, she survived and reached the city. That escape became the first real choice she ever made for herself. Her journey eventually led her out of the desert and into a completely different world. She ended up in London, working as a housemaid. Life there was not easy. She did not speak the language well, did not understand the culture, and often felt invisible. People passed her every day without knowing what she had survived. She carried her past quietly, believing it was something she had to hide. Then, by pure chance, everything changed. One day, a photographer noticed her on the street. Not because she was looking for attention, but because her natural beauty stood out. That single moment opened a door she never imagined existed. She entered the world of fashion and modeling, moving from poverty to runways, photo shoots, and international fame. To the outside world, her life looked perfect. Fame, money, and success followed her everywhere. But behind the bright lights and glamorous photos, her pain never disappeared. The trauma from her childhood remained hidden, affecting her health and emotional well-being. For years, she stayed silent, afraid and unsure if anyone would understand. Eventually, her body forced her to face what she had tried to bury. Doctors uncovered the truth about what she had endured as a child. This moment changed everything. For the first time, she realized that what happened to her was not her fault. And more importantly, she realized that her voice could help others. She made a brave decision to speak out. When she told her story, the world was shocked. A tradition that had been hidden for generations was now exposed. Her pain became a global conversation. She stopped being known only for her beauty and became a powerful voice for girls who had no way to speak for themselves. She used her fame to raise awareness, educate people, and fight to protect young girls from suffering the same fate. What once nearly destroyed her became the reason she saved countless lives. By the end of the movie, she is no longer defined by the desert she came from or the pain she survived. She stands strong, proud, and unbroken. I hope you enjoyed watching, as I enjoyed creating. See you in my next video.